All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol ZOM, Zomedica Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into this chart, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that towards the end of this video, I have information on another video that I actually did last week that I don't want you guys to miss out on or overlook. And you definitely should share it with your friends and community. It's about the S&P 500 index and how we are either in a market crash or correction. Hopefully we're in a correction and not in a crash, because a crash takes a lot longer to recover and also hit its bottom. So if you want to know more information on it, I summarize it towards the end of the video. And if you have time to watch the full video, I highly encourage you guys to check it out. Now, anyone that wants to know what ticker symbols I'm watching, live updates, you can join me over on the Patreon. I will be doing weekly live updates and also live updates throughout the week as ticker symbols come up. So if you want to know more information on what ticker symbols I'm watching, we're already watching about 10 to 11 ticker symbols so far. Over on the Patreon, there's many more to come as we continue to see opportunities to add to our watch list. So join us on over there. The link is down below in the description. So Zomedica Corp, downward trend. ZOM stock falling, right? But it's still holding itself up pretty nice from this support slightly of 181, and then obviously the lowest point down here of 133. So it's a very broad stretch. We want to watch this carefully moving forward. Now, I said it yesterday, and I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that the only thing holding up Zomedica is every single investor in the hopes of the next catalyst being somewhere close to the beginning of March, mid-March, or the end of March, because that's the launch of Trueforma. Now, once that catalyst starts, it could possibly start closer to the end of March, because Trueforma launch is March 30th, or it can start a little bit earlier because of the anticipation leading up to that moment and excitement and speculation. Now, after that, Zomedica Corp is definitely going to have to prove itself, build some revenue, get some orders for that medical device to then go ahead, go out into the market and expand, right? And they're a little bit limited on what they can do, but that medical device could expand over time, giving opportunity of revenue and growth for the company. So long term, there may be some potential here, but the biggest next catalyst to even drive this up is the Trueforma medical device anticipation and excitement and so forth. So I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware of that. There's no crazy news or anything exciting right now going on with Zomedica. And with the market looking like this, a lot of investors are getting a little bit uncertain and fearful, right? So let's go ahead and look here at our new support and resistance. So the 50-day moving average is 199. Anything below that is bearish. Anything above that is bullish. Now our support here is 180. If that gets broken through, you definitely want to look at this closely and watch and see if the bulls are trying to reappear and bring it back up, or if the bears are tearing this one down fairly fast. So I do want every single investor and viewer to watch closely how this is reacting if it breaks through support. Now, our resistance is 193. The bulls need to break through this, but most importantly through the 50-day moving average, to then get back into bullish territory and pull away from it. But before getting there, 193 needs to be broken through, but it does not guarantee that the bulls have gained control. It doesn't guarantee that they've gained control over the chart, and it also shows us that even though that's broken through, the bulls still have some more work to do, right? They need to break through 199. This is just an indicator for us investors to know where the stock is heading and where the momentum has pushed the stock up or down. So if this gets broken through, it's not a guarantee that the bulls are getting back into bullish territory. It's just a stepping stone, and it could be the beginning of a catalyst to continue pushing upwards. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned till the end, because I do have information on the S&P 500 index and everything revolving around it and the potential moving forward that you won't want to miss. You definitely want to have a close eye on this and be aware of it. So stay tuned for more information. So for everyone that has made it to this point in the video, the information I'm about to share with you guys is one that I don't want investors to overlook. A lot of you are missing out on this information. We're going to talk about a video that I posted a few days ago, almost a week ago, and there's 24K subscribers, and a lot of you are passing off this information. And I'm going to show you why I want to really emphasize this, and I need your guys' support to go ahead and share the information after you've watched it if you find value in it. So we're going to jump into that in just a moment. But I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I have a Patreon now, and if you want to know live updates on what I'm watching throughout the week and weekly, the link is down below in the description. I've been talking about several different ticker symbols hitting their bottoms, and they're looking like a great opportunity. I've talked about already 10 of them, and this is the perfect time to go ahead and join in on Patreon and see these ticker symbols as they're going down. There's no fear of missing out. You have time to research the company. You have time to see if it's a temporary pullback and make your own rational decisions. This is the time to watch closely what is going on, and I'm sharing with you guys the picks that I have to add to your watch list and keep on your radar. So here are the different tiers that you can join in on. The link is down below in the description. So what video is it that I need your guys' support to watch it? And not only that, but share it so that every single investor and viewer is aware. So let's go ahead and go down here. So I talked about it a few days ago, and many of you actually went and watched it, and I started getting comments, and I'm really thankful for that. But here it is. Stock market crash, or is it the beginning of a correction where opportunity meets the prepared? So we are looking at the stock market right now, hopefully in the perspective of a correction. If it's a crash, this could take months, this can take years. I go over all the information there and how the Federal Reserve definitely has big support over the market. We already saw that this week. The market was falling, and the S&P 500 index, it started to bounce right back up. Look how nice it bounced. It bounced from here and these lows down here all the way up to here. All it took was for the Federal Reserve to pop up and say, hey guys, we haven't left. We're still here. We do exist. We're going to make sure we continue to support and keep things flowing. And then we just started to fall after they never popped up again. And that's all we've been feeling this week. We need to see how the week's going to end tomorrow. So depending on how the week ends tomorrow, you guys have to make the time to watch this video. I went over everything with the Federal Reserve, the chart itself, the behavior, how it's reacting, and so forth. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not predicting. I'm going based off of fundamentals and all the analytics. So I definitely recommend watching this video. Now, I really like this comment. This is the comment that motivated me to share this with you guys. This was an hour ago, and this is on the same video, market crash or correction. So, seems like your thesis is holding up pretty nice. I closed all profitable positions Friday when I saw the video because it made a lot of sense to me. Looks like it was the right decision. Now, to that investor, I want to go ahead and say I'm glad you were able to make a rational decision. I hope it wasn't just my video, but it was your rationale after you seeing where your positions were and how you felt about it. Because I don't talk about any specific positions here. I'm not telling anyone to buy, sell, or hold. But something I do talk about is the fact that I'm not a bear. I'm a true bull. I like looking for stocks that are running up, but I do want to be aware and prepared. And I want every single investor to not be caught by surprise by what is going on right now. So I'm hoping personally, because I don't know tomorrow what's going on or overall the whole market, if we're crashing, it's going to be a big deal. But I'm hoping that we're in a correction, right? I'm hoping that this correction could fall down. We can end up down here at the 3,600, maybe worst case scenario down here at the 35, and then maybe even coming closer to 32. Who knows, right? That's what a correction might do. If we're in a crash, we might see a large downward trend, and for us to recover, it's going to take months, even a year, right? Or even years, right? So I want every single investor and viewer to check out the video. I'm not predicting anything, and I'm not, being a fortune teller. I'm going off of the analytics and everything the chart is showing us. I even talk about since this point, since we were already almost oversold, we were pulling back, and we're seeing the behavior of the chart. We want to pay close attention. I mean, this little jump right here was a really nice jump for the market, but I mean, we're losing it just as fast. Like, that's all it took, a day or two. So I really want every single investor and viewer to obtain this knowledge and this perspective for themselves to make their own rational decisions. And I don't want any single investor to be caught by surprise. I want us to all be prepared. So once again, the video is called Stock Market Crash, or is it the beginning of a correction, where opportunity meets the prepared. So what we've been doing over on the Patreon, we've been preparing. So once again, if you want to join on in and you want to know what stocks we're watching and that are going into oversold territory, you can join us down below in the description. The link is there. You'll be redirected, and you can go ahead and join us over at Patreon. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.